Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alex, if you didn't know. Haven't said that in a really long time. I wanted to share with you how I chose the best sunscreen for myself. Yeah, and I kind of wanted to just like let you know things that I was like looking out for that might help you because it's really difficult. Just a quick background, I'm obviously like a makeup YouTuber, not a skincare expert. I feel like I've narrowed it down quite a bit for me. And I don't, yeah, whatever, I don't know, I hope it helps. So today I am wearing today for my sunscreen, I use the EltaMD UV Glow Broad Spectrum SPF 36 sunscreen. So this is a new addition to my collection. I have 3 sunscreens that I kind of go back and forth between for my face, which might sound crazy. This is new, so I'm still just kind of like trying to decide if it's going to replace my other one. And so far I don't think it will, but yeah. So UV Glow is a thicker formula. It is supposed to brighten, it's supposed to be more hydrating. And I will say this, it leaves quite a white cast. So if you're like me and you're really, really white, it's not that big a deal, but it definitely leaves a white cast. Like you're gonna see it. And truthfully, over time as it sits, it starts to kind of dissipate a little bit. But I would say it's noticeable. So if you are even like light medium, you know what I mean? But the reason that I love this sunscreen is because when I use my Onextin treatment, which is benzoyl peroxide and clindamycin, it can be very drying. And this gives me a lot more like hydration without looking like super wet, you know? So that's why I decided to pick this one up. Now this is relatively expensive. I would say EltaMD is pretty pricey, but it's also like #1 dermatologist recommended everywhere I go. Everyone that I've spoken to, I feel like they always recommend EltaMD. So that's something to keep in mind. And it's supposed to be good for all skin types and skin concerns. So I believe it's not supposed to like be comedogenic or anything like, yeah, non-comedogenic or comedogenic or however you say that. Sensitivity-free, oil-free, fragrance-free, paraben-free, all that stuff. So the way that I use this today was, after washing my face, I will typically, if I need to, I'll rehydrate with a mist. Today I'm using the Aven mist. And I'll just kind of like pat that into my skin, make sure that that's nice and like absorbed. And then I will go in with my eye cream, once again by Aven, Aven. Oh, fuck, I think I'm saying it wrong. Aven, I'm pretty sure. Underneath my eyes, basically just to protect, because like I said, my treatment can be drying. So I don't need to use that around my eyes. So to protect my eyes. And then sometimes I'll go in with just the treatment first, and then go in with a moisturizer. But today I'm actually mixing them. So my Aven Clean & Hydra, which is great for congestion-prone skin, which I definitely have. So I'm mixing kind of like equal parts, essentially, and putting that pretty much all over my face. I do this probably like twice a week now. Now, when I use my Onextin, that can really dry my skin out. So I need something that's gonna be a little bit more hydrating, which is why I'm using the EltaMD UV Glow. I like to allow my skincare to really sink in before I go in with my sunscreen, which is going to help prevent pilling, but I don't really get pilling with the sunscreen, which is nice. So I will wait like 10 minutes or something, 10, 15 minutes before I actually go in with my sunscreen. I'll do other things. I'll like, I don't know, I'll do other things. Pick out my jewelry, pick out my outfit, whatever it is. So once it's been like about 10, 15 minutes, I usually like I said, I like to really let it wait. Or I really like to let it set in. So I will start off with my neck first, and then I will go in and do my ears, which is very important. Make sure you're doing your ears, especially for those of us with short hair. And then I will use a substantial amount on my face, which does leave quite a white cast, as you can see. But the more you rub it in, like you want to make sure that there's no streaks and all of that stuff. And like I said, it's just such a beautiful base for makeup. But it does make me look like pretty, like a little bit more pinky, I think. Leaves quite a bit of a white cast. It is noticeable. And if I am wearing this sunscreen on a day when I don't want to wear makeup, then I will just like kind of go in with like bronzer on the outer perimeter of my face and kind of like bring it into my cheeks a little bit, like super fast, just like really general. Okay, so here's a zoom out basically so that you can kind of see how my face looks with my shoulders, just wearing the Glow sunscreen. So obviously since I'm like really, really, really white, it's not like terrible, but it does leave like a bit of a white cast, you know? It kind of makes my face look like slightly more like pinky than my shoulders are clearly much more like yellowy olive. Why is your tail so fluffy? Do you want to come say hi? Come on, come say hi. They'll be mad at me if you don't. Come on. Ziva says hi. Say hi, Ziva. Look up. Look up. Look up. Oh, she's gonna slap me. Okay. I'm sorry. They like to see you. Jesus. Nudestix recently launched these sunscreens. I will link them down below. I tried them. They are only SPF 30, and they were essentially supposed to be a solution to pilling, breaking out, and all of that kind of stuff. And they launched 3 different colors: cool, warm, and hot, I believe. I really wanted to like them, but I'm pretty sure that they broke me out because I started using them and I was using it for a week straight and I started getting breakouts, which never happened to me. I don't know if you remember when, or if you're new to this channel or whatever, but I did that spot concealing video where I had a breakout, you know, on here and here, which never happens to me now that I've like seen a dermatologist. I had been using those sunscreens. So I don't know necessarily if it's exactly the culprit, but that was the only thing that I changed and I started breaking out. So, but I think it's worth a shot because they definitely don't pill and the colors are great. Like the tints that they have are really great for a bunch of different skin tones. So that is worth checking out so that you can avoid a white cast. Now, the next sunscreen that I wanted to talk about is the Pipette sunscreen, mineral. This is SPF 50, which is amazing. This was recommended to me by Gabby, and I'll link her channel down below if you guys haven't subscribed yet. Once again, fragrance-free, clean, non-toxic, non-nano, which is really important. I believe it's reef safe. It does leave a little bit of a white cast, but like if you're using the proper amount, it definitely does. I believe they ran into some controversy because they were like claiming that there was no white cast at all. There definitely is, especially if you're using the correct amount. This is very hydrating, and I like to use this also on days when I'm using my own Nextin, which is why I'm kind of like between the Glow and this one right now for those days. But it is very hydrating, which is really nice because I know a lot of people like zinc is just super drying. It's just so drying. So if you have that problem, maybe check out one of these two. But yeah, I would say that this, as far as white cast, is like a step down, and it's also like a higher SPF, which is really nice. And it's just gigantic and so affordable. It's like $12 or something. I was just on Ulta and it was on sale. I don't know if that's still going on, but it was like eight something. And I was like, oh my God. It's 120 milliliters, you know what I mean? 4 fluid ounces. It's great. And then the next one that I use is the EltaMD UV Clear, which is an OG for a lot of people. UV Clear is specifically formulated for acne prone skin. So it is not going to break you out. It has like close to 0 white cast, which is crazy, okay, for a sunscreen. It has a nice smell. Oh, the UV Clear does not smell good. I mean, the UV Glow does not smell good. It has like a nice almondy kind of scent. It feels so good when you put it on. It doesn't feel like you're wearing sunscreen at all. The only problem with this for me is that after I went to a dermatologist, after I got on my treatments, my skin did dry out quite a bit. And this was amazing for me when I was oily. But now that I'm a little bit more dry, it's not enough. It's just not enough, especially when I'm using my own Nextin during the day. So I cannot use those two together because it will just dry out my skin. I would say on my off days when I'm not using my treatment, I will just apply moisturizer and then this all over my face. And that's a perfect combination. So my Aven Clean & Hydra and then this. And they work beautifully together. So those are my favorite sunscreens for my face. One of the reasons that I use mineral sunscreens is because chemical sunscreens always sting my eyes. If you're able to use a chemical sunscreen, there are a lot that are apparently really good. I use this one on my body. This is Verdio, which I believe is Japanese. I can't remember, but this was a recommendation from Dr. Andrea, and I really like it a lot for my body, but it stings the fuck out of my eyes, which is so annoying. So yeah, if you are able to use chemical sunscreens on your face, Then this one is really good. There's another one that I'll link down below that I also use on my body. And then there's the, I think it's called Black Girl Sunscreen. I think they carry it at Target, and it's super hydrating. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And there's zero white cast. It's amazing. Specifically formulated for like people with deep skin tones so that you're not getting a white cast, but it is chemical because that zinc, man, that zinc is gonna leave a white cast no matter what you do. You know what I mean? Unless you have like a tinted sunscreen, which I just don't love wearing, to be completely honest. Yeah, so I just really wanted to share with you how I was able to kind of like narrow down what my perfect sunscreens were. Because I know a lot of people are sensitive to chemical sunscreens. I know that zinc is a problem, especially if you are like, I mean, even I'm so white. Look at me. I'm so white. And I still have a problem with white cast. So I will also, I know EltaMD does have tinted versions of their sunscreens. I just don't like tinted sunscreens because I feel like it gets all over my clothes and I don't know. So if you like have those days when you're using treatments that are gonna dry out your skin, you definitely want to check out something that's gonna be a little bit more hydrating. I would highly recommend the Pipette and the Glow sunscreens. Pipette's obviously way more affordable, so, and there's like a little bit less of a white cast. But it kind of makes me look like ever so slightly oily when I put makeup on, just saying. I don't know if it's necessarily like the best base for makeup, which is why I've been kind of loving the Elta Glow. And if you have more oily skin, especially if you're prone to congestion or you have acne, EltaMD UV Clear, bro. Oh, it's amazing. I wish that I could just only use that one for like the rest of my life and I would be all set. Yeah, I hope this was helpful in some way. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, but once again, I'm not an expert on sunscreen at all. I've tried a million of them and this is just kind of like where I've gotten, but I would highly recommend checking out Dr. Dre's channel, D-R-A-Y, Dr. Andrea, and Doctorly is also really good. These two guys who are dermatologists, they have really great videos. And then some other people have recommended, is it Lab Muffin or Skincare Lab Muffin or something like that? I've seen her videos a few times, but I believe she's also a dermatologist. I would recommend dermatologists over estheticians or skin influencers. No shade. All right, guys, take care of your skin. I'll see you soon.